So this one is stretching. S-T-R-E-T-C-H-I-N-G. Stretching, or just stretch. So here we write it like AFX. We multiply it with a number. And let me tell you beforehand, stretching has no effect at all on these pictures. Y equals to X makes no difference. Stretching means, just multiplying it with the Y coordinate with A. It doesn't really matter. So Y equals to 2X, Y equals to 3X, Y equals to 4X, Y equals to X. Well, it's not, when you sketch it, it's not that apparent what happens. You just stick to this. That's the rule of thumb. Stick to the same picture. Then Y equals to X squared, since again it cuts the X-axis and Y-axis at 0. So it doesn't matter. Y equals to any number X squared, Y equals to 2X squared, Y equals to 3X squared. Makes no difference. The picture is the same. Unaffected. Y equals to X cubed. So Y equals to X cubed, unaffected. Doesn't make any difference at all. So it comes in handy to remember that. Then Y equals to 1 by X, or Y equals to A into 1 by X. Makes no difference. Y equals to 2 by X, Y equals to 3 by X, Y equals to 4 by X. The picture is the same. It's like this. The two boomerangs like that. Then Y equals to E to the power A to the power X. Now this is affected. Y equals to A to the power X, because we know the picture cuts the Y-axis at 1. If you multiply by a number, the stretching, it would be multiplied with 1. So that means Y equals to 2e to the power X means it would cut at 2. Just memorize this. Y equals to 3 to the power X. That means it would cut at 3. That's it. Y equals to 4e to the power X. It would cut at 4. So that's it. That's how the stretching works. And this would also work with Y equals to ln X. If you have A ln X, so does it cut the y-axis? No, it doesn't cut the y-axis at all. So it makes no difference. It's the same. So this one, this one, this one, this one, the pictures that does not cut the y-axis, it will not be affected by this stretching of AFX. But the picture that do cut the y-axis would be affected. So these would be, to the power x would be affected. Everything else will not be affected. For example, y equals to a sine x would be affected. Previously it is plus 1 and minus 1. This is plus 1 and this is minus 1. So it would be a and a. This would be plus a and this would be minus a. That's it. That's all. That's how sin x would be affected. Cos x will be affected. Previously cos x was just plus 1 and minus 1. Now it would be plus a and minus a. So this would be plus a and this would be minus a. So there is one more type of stretching. This is stretching horizontally. This type of stretching is, it's like this. FAX. This time you stretch it such that you divide the x coordinate with a. That's sort of a stretching. This is also doesn't really, it's not a big deal because it doesn't matter, because the picture would not be affected. So what pictures would not be affected? Pictures that do not cut the x-axis anywhere other than 0. So y equals to x will not be affected. Y equals to x squared will not be affected. Y equals to x cubed will not be affected. Y equals to 1 by x will not be affected. This time even y equals to e to the power x will not be affected, because you see, when you have y equals to e to the power ax, it does not cut the x-axis. So the picture would be same. Doesn't matter. If you have y equals to e to the power 2x, y equals to e to the power 3x, y equals to e to the power 4x. Of course, there are some subtle changes, but when we are sketching, the rule of thumb is just draw the same picture. Doesn't matter. This will not be affected because it doesn't cut the x-axis. Whatever cuts the x-axis, the stretching would affect there. Whatever cut the y-axis, the stretching would be affected by AFX. So it will not be affected. And so that's that. Another thing that will be affected is y equals to ln x. So when you have y equals to ln ax, now this one you need to remember this special situation. So originally the picture would be like this. It would cut at 1. But if it is y equals to ln ax, ln 2x, ln 3x, ln 4x, what we do, we divide the value of x with a. So if it is ln 2x, it would be half. If it is y equals to ln 3x, it would be 1 by 3. If it is y equals to ln x, it would be 1 by a. So that's all that you need to remember.